I am your video store clerk, Rich. This is my video vault in Casa de la Basement, and I have a very, very special review for you today. Something to make a bit of a song and dance about, and I will get you straight onto that review. Today's review is Legend of the Stardust Brothers. So this is brought to us from Third Window Films, and they are very much a distributor of Asian films, and they do very much like Chinese, Japanese, Korean films. And they announced this film, and I was very much like, I need to see this because there isn't very many Asian musicals. I know there's Tokyo Tribe, the Sion Sono film, but this was very much like older than that, and I was like, oh, okay, right, I need to see this. So it kind of got released quite subtly, so I was like, oh cool, it's there, right, I've seen it, let's review it. So the film is a 4.5 out of 5 from me. I thought the film was really, really good. The problem for me was that it dragged a little bit, especially going in from the second act into the third act. But other than that, the film is really, really solid. It has like John Waters visuals mixed with Ken Russell kind of imagery. And if that appeals to you, then this film will appeal to you. The video, it was a 4 out of 5 from me. It was very much like a grainy print, but luckily it suited the kind of what the film was kind of talking about, what was going on in the film. And that was beautiful, kind of like nice correlation between image and kind of subject matter in the film. The film unfortunately just has a stereo Japanese soundtrack, which is I was really gutted by that, because I think the film could have done with like a Jasper Sharp or an Asian film historian talking about the context of the film, especially the fact that it hasn't really been seen since its initial release. I wish there was something extra there, having someone as prolific as, you know, even a Kim Newman coming in and talking about the film. But the soundtrack is presented very well. It's great. The music comes across and all the dialogue does as well. The extras are a 3 out of 5, and that's mainly due to we just get a new interview, a retro making of, but we also get the CD soundtrack, which is, I think, a great extra for a film, especially one like this, where it's like that extra selling point. The new interview is really, really well done. Like, the director really talks thoroughly about the film, and then the original making of is from the era, so it's from the 80s, and it opens with a Japanese lady, and she's wearing like one of those old-fashioned like school blazers like your teacher would wear with the patches on, glasses and a ponytail off to the side, like a top ponytail off to the side, and it just brought me back to those kind of like films and that era. It was really nostalgic, which was nice. Overall, the package gets a 2, and that is mainly because the slipcover, and that is reversible artwork, so the artwork's different. Other than that, all we get is, we don't get any inside artwork. The disc artwork I found very, very kind of flat and uninteresting, and I'm really, 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 really shocked at the package that's presented here, and I'll tell you why. I ended up paying $22.99 for this, and I am absolutely outraged that there was nothing more within here. There was no reversible artwork, there was no booklet, and you know, you're literally just paying for the film, you know, and obviously you've got it on Blu-ray, DVD, and obviously the soundtrack, but the package as a total is not very good. It's not very well presented, I feel. I think I like the artwork there, and I like the artwork there, but realistically, if you're paying £23 for something like this, you should be getting more, like a hard box, you know, thick booklet, poster, art cards, you know, whatever, but there is no real effort been put into this. I mean, even the case is just your bog standard blue Amaray case. I'm really gutted, because normally third window films do really great packages, but they do them at a great price. If this was, say, £16-17, I wouldn't have minded so much, but because it broke the £20 barrier, that should have been better, in my opinion. So unfortunately for me, it gets a 15 out of 25. And honestly, I personally would stream this. Welcome back. And today, with the Legend of the Stardust of the Brothers review, when pairing them, I couldn't help but cheating a little bit. So I was very much in the mindset of, I chose two films to kind of pair with it. So instead of a double bill, you've got a triple bill. And the thing is that after watching that, I kind of thought, well, what would work best for them? And so the first one would be Legend of the Stardust Brothers feels very unconventional. So I thought, right, well, what's an unconventional kind of film? The sequel to Rocky Horror, and that would be Arrow Video's beautiful edition of Shock Treatment. And this also comes with its CD soundtrack, as does Stardust Brothers. And this is a beautiful set, but the thing is that the film very much has something to say about TV and how TV kind of really impacts lives, you know, today. And whereas Stardust Brothers tackles very much the music industry, how that's, you know, a big giant conglomerate that will eat and spit out kind of artists and stuff. This is kind of very much the same. It's very similar, and it's a very underground film, very much like Stardust Brothers is, and it just felt natural. But my other film that I wanted to kind of pair it with, and that was more for the visual stylings, and I found, especially with the prints of the film that are available on Blu-ray, I had to just recommend Strictly Ballroom. Like, Baz Luhrmann, like, feature debuts. And if you've never seen this fucking film, oh my days, get on it. Get on it. It is one of the best Australian films I've ever seen. And I know some Australian people might be pissed off that I've chosen Baz Luhrmann. I'm sorry. But seriously, that film is just, it's captivating. Like, I love that, you know, it's a very simple story. It's told well. And the music, the soundtrack, you know, the images, it all just sparks something and it gets you excited. And that's what I have to praise Stardust Brothers for. You know, it's something that takes a very tried and true story or very similar thematic elements that have been worked a million times before, but it does something different with it, and it's great. And I think they would make a really great, interesting kind of pairing, you know, where you kind of have musicals per se, because whether or not Strictly Ballroom is a musical is dependent, you know, because it's very much like in that Pixar kind of realm where it's potentially a musical, but it's not. But yeah, they're my pairings for the Stardust Brothers, and that's the end of the episode, I'm afraid. I hope you enjoy your Blu Monday with, you know, plenty of Blu-rays, movie watching, whatever you get up to. And I hope you have an awesome day. I've been Richard, your video store clerk, and I will see you on the next video.